Hey guys, and welcome back to another Texas Chainsaw the Massacre game ranking video. Now, in this video, I'll be going through Hitch Hiker's worst executions to Hitch Hiker's very best executions present within the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. Now, Hitch Hiker is a character that originated from the 1974 film. He was a very sadistic villain in that film, and it's definitely matched up by what he does in this game. Very heinous. Hitch Hiker's executions also are very aligned with his character. They just match up with his personality and how he plays so well. It's hard to say that he has a really bad execution in general. But some of his executions are definitely better than some others. So let's go ahead and start with number 7. Are we surprised that another family member has their close encounter execution at the bottom of their list? Probably not. I believe that Hitch Hiker's close encounter execution, though, is one of the most frenziest close encounter executions that we have in terms of him just going ham on the victim with his weapon. I also think that this is one of the fastest executions in the entirety of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This one, though, is definitely lacking that creativity and that violence that other executions that Hitch Hiker has are definitely better at, seemingly. Fight! So, Die Piggy is definitely one of the best floor executions for the TCM family members in the game. It's very violent how he starts from the very bottom of their bodies, working their way up, slicing until he gets to their throat, and then just immediately ending their life just like that. And you can tell he's having a lot of fun doing it, as he does his little dance moves or whatever after he's done killing them and backs away from their body. And he just is having a blast. I can't even lie. You also gotta feel real bad for Julie during that execution. I contemplated greatly whether I should put this execution higher or not. This is Hitch Hiker's basic execution that he starts with from the very beginning. And already, with this first execution showing the brutality of how Hitch Hiker can get with his executions, it's a classic. The movement of him slicing up the victim from left to right over and over again, to him finally putting them out of their misery and dancing around their body as they're bleeding out to death on the ground. This is an example of an amazing Hitch Hiker execution. But there are some things that the other executions higher in this list have over it, so that's why it's at number 5. So this choice is a little bit stupid because of the fact you might think that sliced meat is a lot better than chestburster, and I completely understand that. However, I feel like the statement that this execution has had on the community, especially the individuals that play Hitch Hiker, it's more of just like a meme, to be honest. All Hitch Hiker mains have used this at one point, or have tried to use it on a victim wearing a bathing suit and or something else. And it was mainly just a joke. in general that the community had gave this execution specifically, just because of how violent and absurd it is. Hitchhiker just slices them from the gut all the way up to their sternum and literally just has a face full of all of that blood. It's just ridiculous, and this is one of the more darkly comedic deaths that works, but it also is just kind of just ridiculous. So, you might be wondering why this execution is a lot higher than some other ones that are very similar, and that's because, of course, the simple fact that he takes a souvenir. Him cutting off a piece of their ear and storing it in his bag is really creepy, and it's definitely something that Hitchhiker would do, especially after killing a victim. Can you even imagine what else he has in that little knapsack around his neck? I certainly don't want to, and this execution makes me feel that heavily. It also is very nice how he just dances around the victim rather than over them, standing over them. I feel like that's another little touch that makes this execution a little bit better than the other similar executions like it. And Hitchhiker just has total power over the victim with this execution too, and just like the rest and a lot of similar ones, but this one especially, how he literally is just slicing them up without any disregard.
Someone please help.
This is by far one of my own personal favorite executions from Hitchhiker, and there's a lot of reasons for that, especially for it being high on this list. The whole idea of him trying to force the victim to hurt themselves with his own weapon because of the fact that he has that power over them is amazingly horrific. And of course the fact that he takes the victim's finger, which I believe currently he's the only killer that actually does take a finger from the victim. But there is a Nancy execution coming where she takes a finger. Who knows when that one will come out, but it'll definitely be in a future list for sure. So let's move on to Hitchhiker's best execution in TCM. So, Hitchhiker's best execution in TCM is Fountain. I feel like this execution is really unique to Hitchhiker, and it feels so at home with him. The fact that he goes in for 3 neck stabs straight away, and that spurt of blood with that amazing shot of him, like, completely taking in the amazing thought of Julie's blood completely going everywhere in front of him. It's very creepy, very grotesque, and that final gut stab at the very end shows that it's personal. Also, the darkly comedic executions are kind of the best executions in the game. There's just this certain charm about all of them that we all love, and we also dislike depending on what kind of mood we're in going against that specific character. But this is my number 1 spot. I hope you all enjoyed this ranking video for Hitchhiker of his best executions in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. I'm really looking forward to this May patch for TCM. Hopefully it brings new content. But anyways, please like and subscribe. It'll help me quite a lot down the long term. I have finished schooling, so now I can post more videos more often. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you.
You ever had head cheese?